All right, welcome to the September 4th, 2019 meeting of the Shelburne Design and Review Board. I'd like to call this meeting to order, and I'd like to open up to the public if there's any comments anyone would like to make, not on the agenda. Seeing none, I'd like to move on to the next section of approval of the minutes. Let's do it this way. Let's approve the minutes from last week, August 21st. And then we'll jump back to July 17th, which I think involves the Shelburne Green portion. Is that correct? All right. So I was not here for the August 21st session, so I am of no opinion.
Well, Chair, if I might.
Yeah?
August 21st also involves Shelburne Green, if I remember correctly. They both
Okay.
do. Yeah.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
So I'm going to.
You're not even here.
So I'm really not here.
Exactly.
I make a motion to accept the minutes.
I second.
Second.
All right, is that for which date? For both dates?
No, 21st.
The 21st.
21st, okay.
All in
So-
favor?
Aye.
All right,
I abstain.
I abstained, I wasn't here.
okay.
This is for the 21st,
21st.
21st.
Yep.
and Mike made that, and John seconded that?
No, I second
No,
it.
I'm sorry.
No
So
worries.
I'll make a motion to approve the July 17th, 2019 minutes.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
I abstain. Okay, approves the minutes. Any disclosures, conflict of interest for any applications being heard today from any of the board members?
Nope,
Any comment from the public on any of the board members not abstaining?
nope.
Okay, completes that one.
I'm still on the Maple Leaf Lane one, so
Yep.
want me to depart?
Oh, that's what I'm asking, if you
Yeah,
wanted to.
yeah, sorry.
Oh, you are
My bad.
abstaining. Okay,
I am.
very good. We will come get you when we are finished. All right. First and only application today is application SUB 19-10/FBZ 19-02. This is a continuation of application by B&R Developers Incorporated for sketch plan review to create a 3-lot subdivision. Property is located at 157 Maple Leaf Lane, is located in the mixed use district, the stormwater overlay, and Shelburne Road form-based overlay district. Okay, so this is a continuance, and I believe there were 3 items that we had questions on. I was wondering if you could
Yeah.
spin us up on this one.
Yeah. So based on testimony during the August 7th meeting, there were 3 items that needed clarification: the open space requirements, the waivers for sidewalk, and transitional buffer requirement. Regarding the open space, private yards and gardens are an allowed open space according to Figure 1.5.5. However, staff would like the open space clearly delineated in the site plan for the record in the applicant's final plan review application. With the transitional buffer, additional details about the transitional buffer is included in your report. Staff again does not find that a transitional buffer is required for the development that the applicant is proposing. Regarding sidewalks, there are no waivers for sidewalk requirements, to clarify. The applicant has also not requested any waivers, so that's one thing that is outside the scope of the board. This was something that was brought to the attention of the Planning Commission at their last meeting as well. I had informed them that the applicant, the public, had some reservations about this requirement. The Planning Commission is taking this into consideration in their revisions. As a staff person right now, it's hard for me to say whether they will or won't, but all that matters is what's in the books right now. Otherwise,
Question, will that affect our decision for the, is there another round?
this is the sketch.
Right, so if they change it between now and the final,
Yes,
That's-
changing between now and the final. When we make the final decision, we're bound by the code in effect on that day.
okay,
Yes.
thank you.
Thanks. And so lastly, with stormwater requirements, the stormwater requirements are more strict for form-based code projects, and the water quality superintendent and the City of South Burlington Assistant Stormwater Superintendent will be reviewing the plans for stormwater management and drainage when they receive plans. And so with plans for final plan review, they are required to review and provide comments for the applicant and for the board. At this point, staff will defer to the applicant.
Very good. Applicant, Precourt, anything you'd like to add? Let's swear you in.
Microphone.
Oh, sorry.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth under pains and penalties of perjury?
I do.
Okay.
Microphone.
Oh, yeah, we got all kinds of procedures.
I'm hoping the board, because I think there is a waiver, I was reading it again, and I think there is waiver possibilities for drainage elements, and maybe we could call the sidewalk a drainage element, you know?
We're still working on the staff to come through this, but
Yeah, well, my engineer did a preliminary look at the stormwater. I'm sorry, I don't have enough copies.
We can share. Sure.
There you go. He did a preliminary evaluation on the stormwater and found that it would not have any adverse impact on the existing system. Part of the thing, I think, is that you've already got about 2,020 square feet of impervious surface on the lot. We would be adding anywhere from 4,500 to 5,000. So it's a relatively small amount of impervious surface. So that's what they looked at in their calculations.
Desktop analysis.
He can look at it, from what he told me, they can look at it. When they look at it, they basically plug in the watershed. He can look at it in a very small section, or he can look at it in a larger section. So he looked at it in the area that's basically draining into that area, about 23 acres. So he said, I can look at it two ways. The best way to look at it is in a larger scope. The drainage ditches and other things that are in the back are currently dealing with a lot of the surrounding area. So
South, right?
from the south, yep, south and yep, Cedar Haven, the old Temple Furniture Building, you know, stuff coming from there. Some of that actually goes to Route 7. I didn't look at what area he was modeling. They basically look at where the topography is, and they map out a watershed area, and they figure it out. So that's what he came up with.
okay. Any other comments?
Nope. I think the site walk, as the ones that were there was concern that we were putting 3 lots. As you saw across the street, there's in the same frontage area, there's 2.5 houses. So, you know, it's not exactly, but I think it's within the scale of the neighborhood. We're planning smaller. Some of the homes on, you know, have gotten pretty large. Most of that neighborhood was basically ranch homes when I was growing up. So the homes we're planning 1,800 to 2,000 square feet. You know, the most you can probably get in is about a car garage. Form-based code limits the size of the driveway, the setbacks, and other things. I think the frontage, as everyone saw, is pretty much in the same streetscape. The rub of the whole thing is the requirements on form-based code require a sidewalk and street trees. Those will make the streetscape a little bit different for these 3 lots. But that's about it.
I didn't go to that section of the form-based code. Is there a curb involved as well, or just
No,
sidewalk?
we wouldn't be putting in a curb.
So it's sidewalk on grade?
Yes.
Yes.
Makes so much sense.
Okay. Anything else?
No, that's it.
Okay. Open up to the public. Any comments, questions for the board? Okay. Any questions from the board to the applicant?
No, I'm prepared to make a motion unless some other member has a comment.
Does anyone feel like they want to deliberate after session? Or are we all okay now? I'm good now.
Okay.
Okay, go for it.
I'll make a motion with 3 parts. The first is that we classify SUP 1910 as a minor subdivision. The second part is to finalize the record and close the hearing. And the third is move to direct the staff to prepare a decision authorizing B&R Developers, Inc. to prepare a final plan review application for SUB 19-10 with the following recommendations. And for the Secretary's purposes, I'm simply referring to the two items listed in the staff report, but for purposes of the people who don't have the staff report, they are. The applicant's final plans must indicate the open space areas within the proposed subdivision and the type of open space these areas are pursuant to Form-Based Code Section 1.5.5.d. And number 2, the applicant's final plans must depict a sidewalk and street trees pursuant to Form-Based Code Section 1.5. I'll note parenthetically that that requirement is being reviewed by the Planning Commission, but since there presently is no authority for the DRB to grant a waiver, we're bound to make that part of the motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Deny? All right, the ayes have it. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
All right. So we can get Mr. Major back in here. Thank you.
Thank you. Good night. Talk to you tomorrow, Brian.
That's what? Yes. Exactly.
All right. Is there any other business from any of the board members? So I did get an email. Budget time is coming up sometime winter, and the select board wants to solicit if there's anything we think we need to effectively run the DRB or more effectively run the DRB. So if anyone has any great ideas,
Written interpretations of what they're sending over.
say that again. Clarification.
They pass it, we would like to actually know what they meant.
Who they, the planning?
Planning and zone, well, the select board,
Yeah, that's a
Has to-
separate issue that we would need, you're correct. We do need to
they asked what we
understand
wanted,
it, and that's what we need. It's not gonna be a budget item unless they
well,
hire
unless
someone
we
to
need-
train us.
Yeah, I was gonna say, hire somebody to
Yeah,
run us
which,
through that.
which could be appropriate, because we're not, I don't think we're getting the support from staff on that, and staff actually expressed concern that they would like to be further educated. So I will, I'll take that under advisement.
Yeah, about
I'll
15,
review, I'll put
20
some
grand.
words together and send it to you guys first, and
Okay.
see how you like it.
I think
and I'll
about
forward it on.
$20,000 junket to somewhere would be perfect.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a junket to this room or the next room.
Absolutely.
All right.
All right.
Anyone else have anything? No. All right. I'm assuming Robbie's good. Do I have a motion? to
Are you all
adjourn?
set, Robbie?
Rob, you all set?
Yeah, I thought you'd be all set.
We're
Motion to adjourn.
second.
Okay.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay.